Translation of the song we did about Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. Translation. English. You can read Prabhuji the translation. Translation of the song.
In English?
Yes.
Translation. My dear God Chaitanya, please be merciful to me, because who can be more merciful than your Lordship within these three worlds? Your incarnation is just to reclaim the conditioned fallen soul, but I assure you that you will not find a greater fallen soul than me. Therefore, my claim is fast. My dear Lord Nityananda, you are always joyful in spiritual bliss. Since you always appear very happy, I have come to you because I am most unhappy. If you kindly put your glance over me, then I also become happy. My dear Advaita Prabhu, husband of Sita, you are so kind. Please be merciful to me. If you are kind to me, naturally Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda will also be kind to me. Gaura's love embodiment is shown by Gadadhar Pandit, Srinivasa Pandit and Haridasa Thakur are the ocean of mercy. O Shwarupa Damodar, personal secretary of Lord Chaitanya, O Six Goswami, O Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Raghunatha Das Goswami, O Loknath Goswami, O beloved spiritual master Narottam Das, also praise for your mercy. O Srinivasa Acharya, successor to the six Goswami, please be merciful to me. Narottam Das Thakur always desire the company of Ramachandra Chakravarti.
I first offer my respectful obeisances to all the devotees, Vaishnav. Even if I'm not qualified to sit here, please bless me. Senior devotees are here, I feel like
I'm not even qualified to bless you, but whatever.
No, all the devotees, please, so I could speak few words. Srimad Bhagavatam and devotees, whatever I have heard and understood. My limited intelligence. Thank you so much for giving me and allowing me this, giving me this opportunity to, like they say, just by, even if we don't have didn't realize the message, just repeating in itself is purifying, and we are also preaching ourselves. So just my endeavor, so I get something when I'm talking. And if I speak something wrong, immediately please stop me and correct. I this is my only hope, to receive the correction and guidance of the senior devotee. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So today we will start chapter 22. Bali Maharaj surrenders his life. I will read the introduction, verse 1, and we'll all repeat together verse 2 because there is no purport of the verse. The summary of this 22nd chapter is as follows. The Supreme Personality of Godhead was pleased by the behavior of Bali Maharaj. Thus, the Lord placed him on the planet Sutala, and there, after bestowing benedictions upon him, the Lord agreed to become his doorman. Bali Maharaj was extremely truthful. Being unable to keep his promise, he was very much afraid, for he knew that one who has deviated from truthfulness is insignificant in the eyes of society. An exalted person can suffer the consequence of his life, but he is very much afraid of being defamed for deviation from the truth. Bali Maharaj agreed with great pleasure to accept the punishment awarded him by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Srinitai Sachi Suta ki. Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi ki. Radha Parisisvara ki. In Bali Maharaj's dynasty, there were many asuras who, because of their enmity toward Vishnu, had achieved a destination more exalted than that of many mystic yogis. Bali Maharaj superficially remembered the determination of Prahlad Maharaj in devotional service. Considering all these points, he decided to give his head in charity as the place for Vishnu's third step. Bali Maharaj also considered how great personalities give up their family relationships and material possessions to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Indeed, they sometimes even sacrifice their lives for the satisfaction of the Lord, just to become his personal servants. Accordingly, by following in the footsteps of previous acharyas and devotees, Bali Maharaj perceived himself successful. While Bali Maharaj, having been arrested by the ropes of Varuna, was offering prayers to the Lord, his grandfather Prahlada Maharaj appeared there and described how the Supreme Personality of Godhead had delivered Bali Maharaj by taking his possessions in a tricky way. While Prahlad Maharaj was present, Lord Brahma and Bali's wife Vidyavali described the supremacy of the Supreme Lord. Since Bali Maharaj had given everything to the Lord, they prayed for his release. The Lord then described how a non-devotee's possessions of wealth is a danger, whereas a devotee's opulence is a benediction from the Lord. Then, being pleased with Bali Maharaj, the Supreme Lord offered his disc to protect Bali Maharaj and promised to remain with him. Text 1. Sri Sukha we will repeat that verse. I'm just Sri Sukha evam Pirakrito Rajan Balir Bhagavata Suraha Vidyamanopi Avinatma Pratyabhavi Kalavam Vachaha. Translation by Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Sukadev Goswami said, O King, although the Supreme Personality of Godhead was superficially seen to have acted mischievously toward Bali Maharaj was fixed in his determination. Considering himself not to have fulfilled his promise, he spoke as follows. So we will read this verse. Sri Baliruvacha Yadi Uttama Sloka Bhavan Mame Yadi Uttama Sloka Bhavan Mame Yadi Uttama Sloka Bhavan Mame Vacho Velikam Sura Paryamanyate Karomi ritam tanna bhavat pralambanam. Padam trityam kuru srishni menijam. Sri Baliruvacha Yadi uttama sloka bhavan ameritam. Vacho velikam suravarya manyate. Karomi ritam tanna bhavet pralambavanam. Padam trityam kuru srishni menijam. Sri Baliruvacha Yadi uttama sloka bhavan ameritam. Vacho velikam suravarya manyate. Karomi ritam tanna bhavet pralambanam. Tam trityam kuru srishni menijam.
I don't see very clearly, so maybe the devotee. Okay, that's clear. You can chant now? I will chant.
Sri Baliruvacha Yadi uttama sloka bhavan ameritam. Vacho yadikam suravarya manyate. Karomi ritam tanna bhavat pralambanam. Padam tritiyam kuru srishni menijam.
Sri Baliruvacha Yadyuttama shloka bhavan ameritam. Vacho vyalikam suravarya manyate. Karomi ritam tanna bhavet pralambanam. Padam tritiyam kuru srishni menijam.
Sri Baliruvacha Yadi uttama shloka bhavan ameritam. Vacho vyalikam suravarya manyate. Karomi ritam tanna bhavet pralambanam. Padam tritiyam kuru srishni menijam.
Sri Baliruvacha Yadi uttama shloka bhavan ameritam. Vacho vyalikam suravarya manyate. Karomi ritam tanna bhavet pralambanam. Padam trityam kuru srishni menijam.
यदि उत्तम श्लोके भवन्नेतम भागो भाच्यम सूरो भायो मन्यते कर्मरतं तम न भवन पार्लम भवन Padam Tritiyam Shurosri Padam Tritiyam Kurusrinam Kurusri Nijam. Very difficult for me.
Shri Baliruvacha Yaduttam Shloka Bhavan Meritam Vacho Valikam Suravarya Manyate Meritam Tanna Bhave Pralambanam Padam Tritiyam Kuru Shishni Menijam
Anyone else? Would you like to?
Shri Baliruvacha Yadayuttama Sloka Bhavan Mamaritam Vacho Vailikam Suravara Manyate Karmoiratam Tana Bhavate Pralamba Bhavanam Padam Trityam Kuru Shrini Me Nijam
Prabhuji, would you like to recite?
Very difficult for me. I'll try. Sri Balir Uvacha Yadi Uttama Sloke Bhavano Mamiritam Vacho Boilikam Sura Bari Mannate Karmoritam Tanna Bhaveto Pvalam Bhavanam Padam Tritiyam Kuru Srijano Me Nijam
Translation by A.C. Bhakti Yoga. Bali Maharaj said, O best personality of Godhead, most worshipable for all the demigods, if you think that my promise has become false, I shall certainly rectify matters to make it truthful. I cannot allow my promise to be false. Please therefore place your third lotus footstep on my head. Purport by Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Bali Maharaj could understand the pretense of Lord Vamanadev, who had taken the side of the demigods and come before him as a beggar. Although the Lord's purpose was to cheat him, Bali Maharaj took pleasure in understanding how the Lord will cheat his devotees to glorify the devotee's position. It is said that God is good, and this is a fact. Whether he cheats or rewards, he is always good. Bali Maharaj therefore addressed him as Uttama Sloka. Your Lordship, he said, you are always praised with the best of selected verse. On behalf of the demigods, you disguised yourself to cheat me, saying that you wanted only 3 paces of land, but later you expanded your body to such an extent that with 2 footsteps you covered the entire universe. Because you were working on behalf of your devotees, you do not regard this as a cheating. Never mind. I cannot be considered a devotee. Nonetheless, because although you are the husband of the goddess of fortune, you have come to me to beg. I must satisfy you to the best of my ability. So please do not think that I wanted to cheat you. I must fulfill my promise. I still have one possession, my body. You have taken my wealth, but still I have my body. When I place my body for your satisfaction, please put your third step on my head. Since the Lord had covered the entire universe with 2 steps, one might ask how Bali Maharaj's head could be sufficient for his third step. Bali Maharaj, however, thought that the possessor of wealth must be greater than the possession. Therefore, although the Lord had taken all his possessions, the head of Bali Maharaj, the possessors, would provide adequate place for the Lord's thoughts stay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bali Maharaj said, I'll just repeat the words. O best personality of Godhead, most worshipable for all the demigods, if you think that my promise has become false, I shall certainly rectify matters to make it truthful. I cannot allow my promise to be false. Please therefore place your lotus footstep on my head. Om Gyanatmirandasya Gyananjana Surukaya Chaksurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Manurishtam Stapitam Jana Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dhanati Shapadantikam Vande Shri Guru Sri Prabhupada Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarvayadam Sachivam Sarvayam Sarvadutam Sarvayam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagarata Shri Shakamitam Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagannath Gopesha Gopika Kanta Kanta Namaste Tachana Gauranga Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Suste Dikina Yanamani Hari Priye Panchakapatanu Vesha Prasasubhaya Vacha Patitanam Vadeyo Vaishnavaya Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. In Bhagavatam, whichever pastime we take or whatever we read, there is always some lessons for us, whether it's a story or direct philosophy like in Bhagavad Gita. So my concern is from this pastime, like how many lessons we can get, how many teachings we can get from all these pastimes. So to understand who is Bali Maharaj, he is not an ordinary person. We may think like, oh, he is an ordinary person. He didn't fulfill his promise. That's like a point of view. And to understand who is Bali Maharaj, we have to go back in the history to the Prahlad, like history, like who was Prahlad Maharaj. Everyone knows Prahlad Maharaj, how glorified he is. Prahlad Maharaj for his like devotional service. There is I don't remember the verse in Sanskrit, but when the Narasimha Dev appeared, he was so satisfied by the devotional service of Prahlad Maharaj. He said, in your lineage I will not kill anyone. I will always give benedictions to them, even if they are from the demoniac family. So Prahlad Maharaj was a great devotee Mahajan, and also Bali Maharaj. So there are in our Vedic scriptures, it said there are 3 types of exalted devotees. One is Nitya Siddha. So they are eternally liberated. We are not going to talk about them because they are eternally liberated. So, which we are interested in Sadhana Siddha Bhakta and Kripa Siddha Bhakta. So the Sadhana Siddha Bhakta is those who have perfected their lives through the devotional service, through the sadhana, like Narada Muni. He is considered a Sadhana Siddha Bhakta because in his previous life he was a little boy, and her mother used to serve the saintly person sadhus, and he got that fortune to associate with those sadhus, eat their remnants, and just by association he got the benedictions, and he became the Sadhana Siddha. He perfected his life. He became Sadhana Siddha. And then Kripa Siddha, we consider Bali Maharaj Kripa Siddha because he has appeared in the dynasty of Prahlad Maharaj, who is a great devotee Mahajan. So Kripa Siddha is he received the mercy even if he was in the demoniac kingdom, because of Prahlad Maharaj, he got this intelligence, who is God, who is Guru, who we should follow. Because if we look in this particular canto, in his history, his spiritual master was not a bona fide spiritual master. He was just looking after his income. So he was concerned more about like what I will gain. He was himself not interested to get Krishna, neither he was interested to give his disciple Krishna. So that is the symptom of the false guru. They are just running after how I can exploit others, how I can become rich, what I can get, what I can get from my so-called disciples.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Next scene. But Bali Maharaj, he had that intelligence. Who is a real guru? A real guru is someone who is not concerned about his comfort or what he will get. He just concerned about how I can help this jiva to go closer to Krishna, how I can help him that he be able to please Krishna, please devotees. And that's a purpose of a real guru also. He is not at all concerned about his comfort. Because he had got the mercy, he had got the association of Prahlad Maharaj, we could say. So he had this intelligence to know. Also, in we are when we want to be like this is we are practicing. We want to be sadhana siddha, so we are practicing sadhana bhakti. Although we are not at all at the level of devotees, Bali Maharaj himself say, although I am not a devotee, he said, because you were working on behalf of your devotees, you do not regard this as cheating. Never mind, I cannot be considered a devotee. Even his exalted personality, devotee Mahajan, he's saying himself that I can't be considered a devotee, so what to speak of us? But like how insignificant we are. Like sometimes we do a little service and we think, oh, I did that. Look how important I am. All the time our concern is how I can put myself in the center, how I can get more pleasure. If, at my level, I'm talking about my level, even if we do service, the desire is like when someone glorifies and say good things, maybe we do not show it externally, but inside we are puffed up. And when someone criticizes, even if we may not show externally, but the uncomfort feeling is inside. That means we are so much still attached to our body, and we think ourselves as a center. And this takes time. This takes time, I believe, because we have been in this material, in contact with material nature since time immemorial, and it will take time. But sadhana bhakti, this process which Srila Prabhupada has given us, it's so powerful. We ourselves has experienced how many anarthas we have, but slowly, the more we are engaged in devotional service, the more we are engaged in pleasing or serving devotees, we see little by little, even if it takes time, this is something very scientific which is working. Because the thing is, like when we came, we didn't even see our anarthas. We just used to think, I am like, what anartha do I have? I am the best person, I have all the good qualities. But the more you are in association of devotees, the more you are engaged, you start to see how dirty your heart is, how dirty your mind is, and how many unwanted desires you have. The more you are engaged in the service, the more you start, all these anarthas come to the surface. And so many devotees may become fearful. Why? And now I have started my devotional service, but only things that are coming are just those things which I don't want, unwanted desires, and they become, what is this? But the Srila Prabhupada, I think, I heard it's Srila Prabhupada who explained obviously everything in the Shastra. And he was another Prabhu was giving lecture, and the Prabhu was explaining how we can understand this. So there is a room very very dirty since like years nobody has cleaned it, and one person come to clean after years and years, and then when you start cleaning it, the dust is all over it. It's like impossible to see anything. That's like it, like since like many many births we have accumulated so many unwanted things in our heart, and we were just forgetting about everything, and now we started the process, very powerful process of cleaning. Then everything start to come into the surface, but we shouldn't be hopeless or be fearful. Is that really working? That's the proof that it is working. So it is cleaning and it's coming in the surface. We are able to see, and when we are able to see, we can, okay, now I know this thing I have to work on it. If we don't see it, how we can even like think of improving? This is also a mercy. And when we are in association of devotees engaged in devotional service, we are receiving help of the devotees, we are receiving help of the Lord, and slowly we are cleaning. We are cleaning. So yeah, we can like there are thousands just in one verse. Like we can like so many lessons. How surrender Bali Maharaj is, and how devotees is so determined. He has like last time Vasumati was giving lecture on like the importance of keeping the promises. If we ask, like they told someone that yes, I am going to do that, we have to like put up all of our efforts to fulfill that what we have promised, because this is very important, and in Vedic culture it is very prominent still. And this also we learn from the devotees how important it is to keep up the promise we have taken. And also his determination, Bali Maharaj's determination, here we see he just few moments earlier he had everything. He was the Lord of the universe. He has like 3 worlds in his control, and just in second he lost everything. But he didn't become distressful, we could say, because there is verse Sthita Pragya. He stayed equipoised. In Bhagavad Gita, we have a verse like whatever situation a devotee is, he doesn't lose his balance. I'm not quoting verse by verse, word by word. Just the understanding we have understood from Bhagavad Gita. I think it's 8.7, maybe, or 2.3. If anyone knows, you can tell me. Is it the verse 2.3?
So 8-7, you say?
8.7. No, 8.7 or 2. I don't remember. It's okay.
There's a verse in the second chapter.
Yeah, I think it's chapter 2, verse 3.
Repeat the translation again, what the gist of it?
The gist of it that whatever the situation is, you don't like a devotee who is determined doesn't lose his balance. So whatever the situation is, I think it's 2. It's okay. It's in the Bhagavad Gita. Sorry. So we see in this example also, Bali Maharaj is just more concerned about how I can fulfill my promise which I have given to the Lord, and he has surrendered everything, and he doesn't even mind to surrender his own life. He was pulled by the rope, and but here we see how we can become like we can give pleasure to the Lord. In this example of Bali Maharaj, he didn't lose his hope, and he just asked like with humility, Bhamana Dev, and he was so satisfied with his devotion, with his qualities, that he himself we learn from the introduction that he gave his own planet, and he was the doorman of that planet. He was so satisfied with his devotion. So we can see this example in the lives of all of our acharyas. Whatever the situation was, they never deviated from their path. So their only concern was whatever the situation, how I shouldn't stop my devotional service, my efforts to please the Lord. We can see in the example of our own Srila Prabhupada, how many, like when he got initiated, when he takes sannyasa initiation in the Gaudiya Math, his god brothers were not cooperative with each other, and the situation was not easy. And when he tried to compile the Bhagavatam, his own wife was not very favorable towards him. He just sold the Bhagavatam just for the sake of the tea and the biscuit. But he never deviated. Even when he came to the West with 40 rupees in his pocket, and he had like many times heart attacks in this cargo ship, he didn't say, Krishna, I'm trying to serve you. You are giving me so much hardships. What is this? He didn't deviate. This is the quality of a pure devotee. Whatever the situation is, whatever is coming, it's just the mercy of Krishna. If it's good, he's being so merciful. Even if I don't deserve, he's giving me so much mercy. And even if something bad, a devotee doesn't see, Krishna, I have served you and you are giving me suffering. No, the devotee's mindset is, I deserve worse than this because I have committed like uncountable, unlimited sins, but you are so merciful, I'm just getting pinch of it. This is the mindset of a devotee, whatever the situation. And we saw in in the example of our great acharyas in Srila Prabhupada, and even now, so many disciples, even if it's raining, even if it's cold, even if it's hot, they just want to please Srila Prabhupada, their spiritual master, going every day to preach what they have received. And this shows that devotees are not concerned about this or that. They are just so fixed in giving pleasure to the Lord. It's constant. It's not, today is full moon day, I will do, today is Ekadashi, I will do the service, and tomorrow I will, it's just always constantly, they are engaged in the service. So this is the lesson also we can learn, and without considering our own pleasure, our comforts of the body. Pali Maharaj, he gave up this misconception. He didn't put himself in the center. I was the king. I have lost everything. Just as if everything he understood, everything it belongs to Lord ultimately. And I am just the caretaker of the things. Whatever he has taken his own thing. So why I have to worry? This is the mindset of the pure devotees in the line, the acharyas, everyone. And when we also had experience at some point of our life, that when we try to put ourselves, make us prominent, it doesn't really gives us pleasure. There is a constant worry. I want to be in the center. How I do the stress worries. But when we try to put in the center and make prominent our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, that makes the life more meaningful, and the pleasure we receive, it's we can't explain it. We are not constantly doing it because we are not at the level of pure devotees, but at our level also, Krishna is so merciful. Sometimes he just gives some how to say, just some examples. Yeah, this is how a pure devotee who is completely surrenders feels all the time, giving pleasure to the Lord. He's automatically receiving whatever pleasure he's trying to give, and that makes more life meaningful and valuable. And in devotional service, we should keep in mind that whoever you are, whatever position you get, it's by the mercy of the Lord, and he can just take in a second. So the Krishna consciousness is not how great you are, but how small you can become, and to realize ourselves how small we are, how insignificant we are. We may think, yeah, I'm from a rich family, I have got so much education, I have did PhD on that, I have this, that, but like if we look our position compared to Krishna, like I can't even give it an inch, it's not even that. Like there are so many universe in this, so many universe. There is one earth, and there is in one earth you are just a small human, and you think yourself the controller of the we are not, we can't even control our own bodies. What we speak of controlling other things, we are not in full control of our body. Sometimes we may get disease, it's not in our hand completely. So what we speak of other things. So we should try to, this helps, the association of devotees serving, engage like all the time trying to engage in devotional service makes us realize that we are insignificant being. And who is Krishna? He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I'm completely under him. So if I try to make my will, if I try to dovetail, maybe we can say dovetail my will with his will, then I will, this is the success of my life. But if I try to go opposite, there is only the ruin at the end. You will not get in Krishna, neither you will get the satisfaction. That's we see all the time when we go to the streets or when we see the life of the others. They are trying to be God themselves. So there is this suffering. And if we just, these things are easy to say, hard to practice, but with constant practice and the help, the mercy and the help of the Lord, we come to realize. And devotees never there is spiritual distress, I would say, but it's not like, even in that spiritual distress, he is always experiencing the pleasure. It's not like a material distress. There is, like we see the example of gopis, how they are so worried, how they want to all the time see Krishna, and Maya Yasoda, how she's worried about what he has eaten the mud. But this worry is like something which brings you pleasure, not like this worry of this material nature. And we should also remember, so I was saying this, how insignificant we are, and this reminds us how there is how we should become humble. There is a saying in Bible, only a meek and humble can inherit the kingdom of God. This is like in the essence of every religion is like when we read, it's the same. Just I feel that the paths are different, but we don't have the broad mind and understand, especially some of the religionists from few religions, they are so narrow-minded, they don't want to accept anything. But yeah, so how we should become humble, and how we can become smaller, forgetting that we are not the center, we are not the God. God is Krishna. Most of the time, that this is the problem. We may think, yeah, it's been so many years I'm practicing devotional service. I feel like I didn't get any results. But we should look at our inside. It's more than, yeah, I am wearing tilak, I am wearing sari, I am chanting japa. It is outside. But what is inside? Krishna consciousness, this movement, this process which Srila Prabhupada has given is more to look inside and to rectify the shortcomings we have. We are full of mad, moha, lobha, moha, mad, matsarya, like love, greed, lust, greed, anger, madness, illusion, envy, and we are full of that. Externally we may appear as a devotee, but as long as we have these anarthas, we are very, very far. But there is a hope, this process which we have received because the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, he has taken so much hardships, because the mercy of the Lord. And so the thing is how I can clean my, clean these anarthas, and how I can receive the mercy of the Lord. If we think all the time I'm the center, I have so many qualities, how Krishna will empower his mercy inside? We need to make some space in able to receive the mercy. The water is always following the downwards, it's not going upwards. So if we are always so much concerned about ourselves, we are not, no matter how much externally you are engaged in service, it will not help. It's Krishna says that it's not what you like offer externally, but what is your bhava inside. There is this story in Mahabharata when Duryodhana invited Krishna for the feast, for the dinner or something, and he had like 50 preparations. But Krishna came and didn't take anything. He went to see the heart of Vidura. At that time, Vidura was not present in the heart. It was Vidurani, his wife, who was there. She was so happy to see Lord, and she was so devoted. So her heart was melting, and she only had bananas, and she made the Lord sit next to her and started to peel the bananas. She was so much absorbed in Lord and crying. She didn't even see that she was throwing the which is inside, which we eat, the banana, but she was just giving the skin of the bananas. But the Krishna was eating as if it was the most delicious food in the world. And and she didn't even realize this is so just to explain that Krishna doesn't care what we are doing externally, but while doing this service, what the mood we are carrying, what is the bhava inside. Is the bhava is to get more recognition for us, or like sincerely to bring pleasure to the devotees and the Lord, and he reciprocates accordingly to how much we are surrendered and what kind of bhava we have. So he's bhava Bhavagrahi, yeah. Bhavagrahi Janardhan. So just to remind ourselves, whenever we are doing anything, any service, keeping in mind, I am doing this constant practice, I am doing this to please the Lord. Whatever the results we may encounter, and with determination like that of Srila Prabhupada, whatever happened, he didn't quit. If he had quit, today we wouldn't be here, all of us. So we are so grateful to Srila Prabhupada and their hardships. They always say Krishna sometimes puts us in the difficult situation not to torture us, but to make us more glorious. It's like this example of a sculptor making an art sculpture. He's had to heat it in order to make it a beautiful sculpture. So sometimes Krishna puts in our way so many tests and hardships, not to make us hopeless, but so we can become more powerful, more glorious, and so we become more stronger to please him, to serve him. So it's already 9:05. Thank you, and I would like that devotees, if you have any corrections and if you would like to add something or questions, please. Whatever you have in your mind.
What came in my mind hearing the purport and your arigata, that this pastime of Vamanadeva becoming Urukrama, making 2 steps and taking all the universe away from Bali Maharaji. It's so majestic, so opulent, so astonishing. It's full of Aishwarya, majesty. But at the same time, it is so sweet, so madhurya. So because it is a big cheating of the Lord, it is so majestic, but it is so madhurya. So the acharyas say, here Krishna is cheating, in the form of Vamanadeva is cheating, in such a majestic way, but it is so madhurya, so sweet, by the logic of Kimutya. What to speak of other pastimes which are just full of cheating. And this is like introducing us to Braj Lila. Because Braj Lila means cheating. Everyone is cheating. Krishna is cheating, the devotees are cheating. So here he told so much Aishwarya, but so much sweet. So by Kemukya Nyaya, the logic of What about something superior? Rajlila. This is preparing us for the 10th canto, where all the pastime with the Brijvasi, the inhabitants of Vrindavan, are going to happen, and it will be cheating from beginning to end. So it's very, very sweet. But here already, so much Ishwarya, but so much sweet. So this is the opulence of the Lord. He is very sweet. So this pastime is very, very sweet on cheating Bali Maharaj. And Bali Maharaj is responding in a very perfect, sweet way also.
Thank you. Any devotees would like to add or say something?
You want to hear the verse of Bhagavad Gita?
Which is the verse you found?
It's 256.
256.
It's
Okay.
Duke Janu Vignavana Sukeshu Vigata Sriya Vitaragavaya Kroda Stita Demoniochate. The one who is not disturbed in mind even amidst the threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called a sage of steady mind.
Thank you. It's like this equipoise mind, I think it's also repeated in some other words. I believe. And it's
Sober also. Dhira.
Dhira, yes. Dhira. Thank you so much. Any corrections? Otherwise, we will glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. If nobody has a question.
If we can think of this, that in the beginning, Krishna is testing us and cheating us in one sense, actually. So cheating, Prabhupada said that I have cheated you. Otherwise, we would not have come with our own understanding. So in the beginning, we are accepting this, and we are accepting the cheating process, which is actually a purifying process. We are applying our intelligence, we try to understand, we struggle a lot, but after the goal will be always engaging, cheating with the Lord. It will be just the flow of devotion, of Bhava. Krishna is Bhava Glai Janardana. So in the beginning, the cheating process is a little painful, but after some time, when we become purified, we become bigger cheater than Krishna. And then we'll enter Raj Lila. In Raj, all inhabitants are bigger cheater than Krishna. And Krishna become controlled by their cheating process.
Very good. There is hope for us.
So it's very nice. Everything is very nice.
Cheating yoga.
Cheating yoga.
Teach yourself.
Cheat Krishna. Thank you so much. Srimad Bhagavatam.
Jai.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
Jai Shri Radha Parisisvara
Jai.
Mandir. Jai Radha Krishna. Jai